What's up, y'all? Just wanted to tap in today. I got an announcement that I'm making. I got a new food cart that I'm bringing to Nashville, Tennessee. Bringing the concept to Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm actually getting inspected tomorrow. So my inspection with the water department. So I'm gonna take y'all on this road. I actually did an event the other day and I hadn't had a chance to clean it because I had to go out of town to my family reunion. But guess what? Today I'm taking this to the commissary. I'm gonna take it to the commissary and clean it. If you're familiar with these hot dog carts, this is what they call the cash cow. Simple little make. It's really just a trailer that somebody took and fabricated it. It's actually got its own plate to it and everything. So, but this is a cash cow. I bought this from somebody on Marketplace. And just wanted to try out this concept because my goal was to do a restaurant, a barbecue restaurant. And I looked at a lot of the margins in it and the work that it took. And with everything else that I'm doing, I said, you know what? I don't know if this is something I should start with. So I'm gonna start with hot dogs. And let's see where we go. Right now I'm at my storage, as you can see. And in my storage is where I keep everything but the food products. The food products are stored at where we'll be next, which is at my commissary kitchen. You're not sure what a commissary kitchen is? Commissary kitchen is just short for commercial kitchen. So on this unit right here, I got this door closed because when I'm moving, it'll open and expose it. But when you open this, you'll see that there is a water heater inside. On these units, water heaters are necessary because they want you to be able to wash your hands. And you see all that food in there. Don't worry about that. That's about to be cleaned. That will be clean. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all before and after. So matter of fact, I do want to show y'all how nasty this is right here. Look at that. We got a little cheese in there, a little chili. These are my burners. Got 3 burners right there. But yeah, so I'm about to take this. Right now, I have to fix my valves. My inspection is tomorrow at 2. So I really need to get to work. But I wanted to bring y'all along for this. Fix my faucet, because when you turn the faucet on, matter of fact, when the faucet is off, it's still water coming out. So that means that I need something is stripped. I need a washer or something inside here. So that's what I'm gonna work on today. Get it prepared for 2 p.m. tomorrow. This is just a water inspection. So it's just a few things they want me to have on it, but I'm gonna bring y'all on this ride with me. About to hook this to the truck. I'm gonna show y'all that, how I connect it to the truck. And then we're gonna hit the commissary kitchen. All right, so what's up, y'all? So this is what we're doing right now. I'm gonna put this hitch on here. All right, then I'm gonna move the unit. It's not that heavy. You can move it by hand. It's got tail lights on it, as you can see. It's literally just a trailer. Fabricated trailer, that's all. But you want to hook it up like a regular trailer too, because you want to be safe. And then you want to have your tail lights and everything hooked up. Then you want to let your jack leg up. I know y'all can't see none of this, but I wanted to have y'all involved in it. Then you do a little tug test to make sure it won't come off. Check everything back here, make sure nothing that can fall out. Check your tail lights. I normally just hit my flashers and turn my lights on. And you see that? So we got blinkers and tail lights. Yeah, so y'all, it looks like we about to have some rain, which may temporarily cause me to have to work inside of my storage unit. And in that case, I don't have the lighting in there to video it, but we're gonna see. Look at the sky. Say it'll be here in about 25 minutes. So I'm headed to the commissary now to do the cleanup, and I'm gonna do a quick, I'm gonna assess this faucet issue that I have. If all else fails, I will postpone my inspection to another date. I don't want to do that because I still had 3 inspections coming up. I got the water inspection, the fire inspection, and the health inspection. You wouldn't think that that little cart needed all those inspections, but guess what? That's how the city gets paid. By you saying that you know the rules and you're following them, and you're gonna pay in order for the opportunity. So yeah, I think these 3 inspections might be $500 total, and that's per year. So it's an expensive undertaking. But you just gotta imagine the overhead for a restaurant would definitely be crazy. Matter of fact, when I got here to Nashville, that's what the goal was to open a restaurant. And you know, I don't talk much about this on Facebook or none of that, because whatever reason, I don't. But I will tell YouTube. But that was what the plan was. And this restaurant right here, they wanted $16,000 a month. And it still needed to be fully built out. No liquor license. So that kind of, then I looked at another space, it was $6,500, but it didn't have a hood in it. So, and if you know what a hood is basically, by law, you have to have a hood if you're frying, if you you have to have a way to let the smoke or gas, whatever it is, you gotta have it, you gotta have a way to get it out, and they usually use an expensive contraption called a hood. And that place didn't even have one, and it was about $100,000 to install it. And that was gonna be me installing it on a rental. And I was like, you know what? Let me rethink this. And so I did. And here we are. So I'm at the commissary kitchen. If I can get in here and get going quick enough, I will, and I'll video it. I'm back. So what I just did was I just put a new faucet on here. I went to, obviously, I know y'all saw it, where I went to the commissary, but I needed to go to Home Depot and I had to get another faucet. I was gonna get the hardware that goes in the faucet, but it's kind of hard to match that stuff up randomly like that. So because I got a deadline tomorrow, I just got a new faucet. So this is the new faucet right here. It's a little Glacier Bay. It was too damn much. It was $69. And I was pissed because the guy I bought this from, he ended up leaving it outside and didn't winterize it. And so it ended up, everything in there ended up getting frozen and beat up. But I don't like this camera angle at all. But I'm going to hope that y'all bear with me for a minute. So what I did was I put the sink on. What I'm about to do now is put these lines on. These are my water lines. I'm gonna put those on. Then I'm gonna go in here, and I don't know if you can see right here, this blue tank is my clean water tank. This is the tank that you have to take to the commissary and fill up. You're not supposed to put, it's supposed to be water, food grade water in here, not, you know, not water out of a faucet unless the lines are food grade. And we'll talk more about that. But this is a pump right here. This is what pumps the water up. This is the battery right here that powers the pump. That's the propane over there. These are the lines. And then in here, we got this blue tank right here is for my dirty water. They call it gray water. That's the gray water pump, where the water goes to once you run it up here. And so you would run it here on this faucet, and then it goes down through the sink, and it goes down to the gray water tank. So what I'm gonna do, because I want to get this done before it starts raining again, I'm gonna put these lines on. Put my water lines on. Okay, so it looks like I got my hot side on. I just hand tighten it. I don't go too tight. Not a lot of pressure going through this, so you don't need to go real tight. And when you're doing inspections and stuff like that, they just want to see that it works, the water gets hot. You know, they really not, from what I hear, because this is my first inspection. I did a couple events while I was in the process of getting my inspection. And I was insured, licensed. I was insured, and my business license was good. So I went ahead and did it. I wouldn't advise that for anybody else, but I needed to practice. So this is how I would turn my water on right here. Okay. So let's see, y'all. I want y'all to be the first to see it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my pump, and we'll know instantly whether the pressure is being held. So you turn the pump on. Yep, so it's holding. It held, y'all. It held. So when I turn this on, so first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run me get me some hot water up there to the pump. So right now I'm turning on the propane that runs. It's a propane line that runs up. Nope, which line right here? Where's this line running up to that? Okay, yeah. So I got the propane on running to my pump. So I'm gonna let that heat up. So what's happening right now is this is heating up. This is heating up right now. I'm gonna give it a little time to heat up before I run the water. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna be cleaning. But as you can see, matter of fact, I am gonna run some water. Check this out, y'all. Look at that. Oh, hang on. We got water, y'all. You see that? Pressure not coming out, but if I turn this one on, we got water, y'all. We got water. And I'm happy to see that, because that's what they're gonna want to see tomorrow. And then they're gonna put their hand in it to see if it is hot. So all in all, that was successful. That was successful, y'all. Sometimes you gotta just break down and spend the money. So now we got the water hookup done. I need to do some cleaning, even though I wanted to do it up there at the commissary, and I still will, but I'll just get there early tomorrow before he shows up and do full cleaning, because that's one thing that they are, even though it's not a health inspection, they still want to see that you are clean. So I'm gonna start cleaning this out a little bit prematurely. Yep, I think it's gonna start raining again. Now, this one thing, like when I first bought this, man, I'm gonna be honest, I was intimidated. And it's little, but when he was explaining to me, like all these components, and the reason he sold it was because he left it out. Let me see, should we get some water in there? Oh, what happened? What happened, y'all? What the f just happened? See, and this happened in real time. Because I honestly don't know what's going on right now, why this was stopped. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't know why they did that. Motor City Glizzy is built around innovation, community, resilience, and the fourth, and not in that order, but in the fourth would be, what is it? Resilience, community, innovation, and grit. Cause y'all can hear it in my voice. I'm not super educated, although I come from an educated family of professionals. I took a different route, and I went into entrepreneurship right after high school. And I feel like I did well, but like most of us, we stopped prematurely, and that's what I did. Shut my business down so I could go work at Chrysler to build some type of retirement. And that was one of my first mistakes, because in a way it shouldn't be a plan B. When it's not a plan B, you tend to like they say, you burn your bridges. I mean, yeah, you burn the bridges. I know it was a battle somewhere in back in the day. They had a battle, and they went over there, and the general said, burn all the ships. We either win this or we perish. There's no need to have ships to go back. We taking over this land. And that was one of my issues, that I had a plan B. So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. This has been running a long time. I did get it running. I'm gonna come back and show y'all where we do have water. Okay, no we don't. We did have water. What happened? Why do we keep losing pressure? I'm gonna work this out, and I'll follow up with y'all in a minute. Peace.